The internet has brought us many wonderful things, connecting people and making life easier. However, it has also opened new doors for crafty criminals. Online scams are a growing problem all over the world, and in India too, many people are losing their hard-earned money. These fraudsters are becoming very clever, using new technology to trick unsuspecting individuals. The amount of money lost is truly shocking. For instance, just in the United States, consumers lost over $12.5 billion to fraud in 2024. This was a big jump of 25% from the previous year. This shows that scammers are getting more successful, and we all need to be much more careful when we are online, using our computers or mobile phones for any kind of transaction or communication. The impact of these scams is not just about the numbers, like crores of rupees vanishing. It is about real people, our friends, family, and neighbors, who suffer. Losing money can be devastating. It can affect a family's savings for education, a new home, or even retirement. Sometimes the amount lost is small, but for many it can be their entire life savings. Investor scams, where people are tricked into fake investments, accounted for a huge $5.7 million of losses in the US data for 2024. Imposter scams, where criminals pretend to be someone else, like a bank official or a government officer, were the most frequently reported type of fraud. This clearly shows that these con men are targeting common people through various means. Scammers use different ways to reach their victims. Email is still a very common tool for them. In 2024, email was the most used method for scams, but they also use phone calls and text messages, or SMS as we call them. You might get a message saying you have won a lottery or that there is a problem with your bank account. These are often tricks. Even big companies are not safe. A multinational financial company in Hong Kong recently lost a massive $25.6 million. This happened because of a very sophisticated deepfake video conference scam. The scammers used artificial intelligence to impersonate senior company executives in a video call, and tricked an employee into making huge money transfers. The problem is widespread and affects various aspects of our online lives. Employment-related scams are also rising sharply. People looking for jobs are often vulnerable. The number of such scams reported to authorities like the FTC in the US nearly tripled between 2020 and 2021. Professional networking sites like LinkedIn are also targeted. LinkedIn itself had to block over 63 million fake accounts in just the first half of 2023. Shockingly, in 2023, almost half, that is 45%, of all email phishing attempts were found to be impersonating LinkedIn. This tells us that we need to be alert everywhere online, not just with our bank accounts but also when looking for jobs or networking professionally. Scammers are masters of manipulation. They use something called social engineering. This means they play with your emotions and trick your mind. They might make you feel scared or very excited or even guilty. Their main goal is always the same: to steal your money or your personal information. They might try to convince you to hand over cash directly, or they might want to install harmful software, called malware, on your computer or phone. This malware can then secretly steal your bank passwords or other sensitive data. Sometimes they aim to get access to company networks to cause even bigger damage or steal larger sums of money. They are very persuasive and can make their stories sound very believable, so you must always be cautious. One of the most common tactics is phishing. Imagine a fisherman casting a net to catch fish. Fishers cast fake emails. These emails are designed to look like they are from a genuine company, like your bank, a popular online shopping site, or even a government agency. The email might create a sense of fear. For example, it might say your account will be blocked if you do not act immediately, or it might offer an unbelievable prize. These emails usually contain a link to click or an attachment to download. If you click the link, it might take you to a fake website that looks real, where you are asked to enter your login details. This is how they steal your passwords and then, your money. Phishing has many nasty cousins, each designed to be more convincing. Spear phishing is a highly targeted attack. Here, the scammer first finds out some personal details about you, maybe from your social media profiles. Then they use this information to make the fake email or message seem very personal and legitimate. Whaling is like spear phishing, but it targets very important people, like company CEOs or top executives, aiming to trick them into transferring large amounts of company funds. Then there is vishing, which is voice phishing. Here, the scammer calls you on the phone, pretending to be a bank official or tech support, and tries to get your details verbally. Smishing is phishing through SMS text messages, often with urgent alerts and a link. The trickery does not end there. New methods keep emerging. Quishing uses fake QR codes. You might scan a QR code thinking it's for a payment or a menu, but it takes you to a malicious website designed to steal your information. Zishing is a newer threat involving video conference phishing. Scammers might use deep fake technology to impersonate someone you trust in a video call to authorize fake payments. Angler phishing happens on social media. Scammers pose as customer service agents of big brands. When you post a complaint, they contact you, offering help, but then trick you into revealing your account details. Email spoofing is another old trick where they make an email address look like it's from your boss or a colleague, asking for an urgent fund transfer. To protect yourself, you need to learn how to spot the warning signs of a scam. These are like red flags, telling you to stop and think before you act. One of the biggest red flags is any message that tries to create fear or a strong sense of urgency. Scammers often tell you that you must act immediately, or something terrible will happen. For instance, they might say your account is compromised, and you need to click a link right away to secure it. Legitimate companies rarely pressure you like this. They understand you need time to verify things. So, if a message makes you feel rushed or panicked, take a deep breath and be extra suspicious. This is a common tactic to prevent you from thinking clearly. Another major red flag is any unsolicited contact or offer that seems too good to be true. If you suddenly receive an email or a message saying you have won a huge lottery that you never entered, it is almost certainly a scam. If someone offers you a job with an incredibly high salary for very little work, especially if they contacted you out of the blue, be very wary. Scammers prey on our desires for quick money or easy solutions. Remember the old saying, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Genuine opportunities usually require effort and come through proper channels. Always question unexpected windfalls or incredible deals that land in your inbox or messages. Requests for your personal information, login credentials, or money, especially through unusual channels, are a huge danger signal. Your bank will never call you or email you to ask for your full password, PIN, or OTP, one-time password. Similarly, government agencies won't ask you to pay taxes or fines using gift cards or by transferring money to a personal account. If someone asks you to share sensitive information or make a payment in a strange way, it's a massive red flag. Be particularly careful if the request comes via an email, a social media message, or a text message from an unknown number or a seemingly known contact whose account might have been hacked. Always verify such requests independently. Finally, pay attention to the small details. Often, scam messages contain poor grammar, spelling mistakes, or have a very unprofessional design. While some scammers are getting better, many fake emails and websites still have these errors. If an email supposedly from a big, reputable company looks shoddily put together, it is a sign that something is wrong. Also, always be very careful about suspicious links or attachments in emails or messages. Hover your mouse cursor over a link, without clicking, to see the actual web address it will take you to. If it looks different from what the link says, or if it's a shortened link from an unknown source, do not click it. Similarly, do not download attachments you were not expecting. The best way to avoid losing money is to build strong digital defenses and stay vigilant. Awareness is your first line of defense. You need to be aware of the various forms of social engineering scams and cyber threats that are out there. Learn about phishing, vishing, and other common tricks. Always think carefully before you act on any message, especially if it creates a sense of urgency or fear, or if it asks for your money or personal details. Remember, legitimate organizations, like banks or government departments, will almost never ask you for your login credentials, OTPs, or sensitive personal information via email, SMS, or unsolicited phone calls. Being informed helps you spot danger before it harms you. Next, you must adopt good digital security practices. Enable multi-factor authentication, often called 2FA, for all your important online accounts. This includes your bank accounts, email, social media, and especially any cryptocurrency accounts if you have them. 2FA adds an extra layer of security, meaning even if a scammer gets your password, they still cannot log in without the second factor, like an OTP sent to your phone. Use strong, unique passwords for all your different accounts. Do not use the same password everywhere. Change your passwords regularly. Also, adjust your privacy settings on social media platforms to limit the amount of personal information that is visible to the public, as scammers can use this for spear phishing attacks. Verification and prudence are absolutely key. If you receive an unusual request for money or information, even if it seems to be from someone you know like a friend or family member, always verify it through a different channel. For example, if you get an email from a friend asking for urgent money, call them on their known phone number to confirm if they actually sent it. Their email account might have been hacked. Do not click on suspicious links or download attachments from unknown or untrusted sources. For job searches, it is safer to use well-known and reputable job search websites. If you are interested in cryptocurrency, use trusted and regulated exchanges only, and be very cautious about promises of guaranteed high returns. Despite all precautions, sometimes people do fall victim to scams. If this happens to you, it is crucial to act quickly. First, contact your financial institutions immediately. Inform your bank and credit card companies about the fraud. They can help you cancel your cards, try to stop payments if possible, and secure your accounts from further loss. Change your usernames and passwords for all affected accounts right away. Also, Change passwords for any other accounts where you might have used similar login details. If you clicked on a suspicious link or downloaded a strange attachment, disconnect your device from the internet and run a full scan with updated antivirus software to check for malware. Finally, report the scam to the relevant authorities, like your local police or the cybercrime cell. Reporting helps track these criminals and can prevent others from being scammed.